Happy birthday, Church Collective. We are 2 years old and we are so excited for what Jesus has done in his church over this past year in particular. I want to spend just a few moments reviewing where we're up to, particularly with our different collectives, and also just tell you about some notable highlights from this past year. Church Collective is one church made up of many collectives, or microchurch as a different word. At Church Collective, we invite everyone to play their parts as we worship creatively, love generously, and serve locally. And at our first year birthday point, we had 4 collectives. And now, through the graciousness of God, we have 7 active collectives. We have Online Collective, reaching people online in the online space, in their phones, in their hands. We're amazed that we have tens of thousands of views on different videos and posts that we put out that are directly connecting people to Jesus. A new one for this year is Youth Collective, which started off the back of a joint mission week between us and Warrington Youth for Christ. And we meet in Warrington Youth Zone every Monday night, and we are seeing the formation of a small group of young people coming to know Jesus in that space. Another one for this year was Smile Collective, which meets on a Tuesday evening at St Margaret's C of E Primary School, which is around a free community meal. And over the time that that collective has been launched, we have fed 250 meals in that space, whilst also introducing people to Jesus. You may recall that we have a collective in the town centre, Times Square Collective, based out of the university. That one's taken a little bit of time to sort of establish, and we're just working out what that might look like in this new academic year, September 23, really trying to engage students in that space. From early on in the life of Church Collective, we have had Great Sankey Collective, because it meets in somebody's front room in the west side of Warrington. And we're excited to what that collective will do as they gather together to worship creatively, love each other generously, and serve locally, particularly through the work of those people who attend that collective. At the weekend, we have Howley Collective, which is a really family-focused collective on a Sunday morning, engaging families in what it is to follow Jesus together. And on a monthly basis, as it currently stands, we have Cinnamon Brow Collective, which is in Cinnamon Brow C of E School on a Sunday afternoon, once a month. So that's 7 collectives that we have. But we're also really excited about the future collectives, that little opportunities are starting to work its way through, and different people that we're meeting, different spaces that we might be able to use. We're really praying into what it might be for us to have Garden Collective around a community garden. We're praying into what it might be for us to host a Kids Collective, similar to Youth Collective, but Kids Collective engaging primary school aged children. What it might be for us to have a collective around sport, a kind of an active collective, as it were. And also what it might be for us to have a collective based around craft. So we're so longing to see different collectives grow, as our vision of Church Collective is to see a collective in each neighbourhood and network across Warrington. Some notable highlights from this past year. We've run an Alpha course, and we've seen people draw closer to Jesus in that space. We have hosted key series throughout the year, one particular one called Proximity, which was encouraging people to draw closer to Jesus, who is already there, willing us to draw close to him. We've had some different seasonal events around Christmas and Easter. A particular notable highlight at Easter was our Last Supper meal in a cafe where we had everybody around one long table, and we outworked what it might have been to be like at the Last Supper. And also on Good Friday, the university in the centre of town hosted us in their immersive suite. And we wrapped around a video onto 3 walls of a room, and we enacted what it might have looked like to experience watching Jesus go through what he did on Good Friday, really drawing alive the Easter message for people. We had a weekend at home where we gathered all our collectives together in July and celebrated what God has done, where we are now, and where we hope to be in the future. The team in particular has just been in so many different spaces, and we're so thankful for those spaces to open up to us, to allow us to be in those spaces. Different schools, the university, youth zone. One of our team members has been into a prison, different community spaces, just so many different spaces that we've inhabited, because that's part of what we want to do. We want to be in spaces where people are, drawing them in those spaces to come to know Jesus rather than expecting them to come to us. And at this point now, September 23, we have just reached the 100 people mark who would call Church Collective their home, spanned across all those collectives that I mentioned. And that's almost evenly split between adults and children. And we're so excited that Jesus is working through Church Collective and that we can partner with him on his mission here in Warrington. We would love you to pray in 3 ways for Church Collective moving forward. One is that the not yet Christians that are a part of Church Collective would come to know Jesus for themselves and go on a journey of discipleship towards growing closer in love with Jesus. We want to pray for more collectives, more community engagement, more community spaces and partnerships than we can inhabit, so that different people that we're not yet connecting with can come and hear the message of the gospel. And finally, in order for us to do that, we need to raise up leaders both from within Church Collective, but we're also praying for leaders in different communities that see the vision and the values of Church Collective and will join us in planting different micro churches, different collectives in the spaces that they inhabit. We really want to say thank you to you for the support that you give to Church Collective, for the part that you play. Wherever you're watching this and whoever you are, we thank you. We do want to say one particular thank you to Christchurch Padgate, and particularly Christchurch Padgate's PCC. Christchurch Padgate hosts Church Collective, and the PCC do so much behind the scenes work to make Church Collective happen. So Christchurch Padgate, thank you for all the support that you give to us. Please, everybody, be praying for us in our work. And for more information about Church Collective, go to churchcollective.uk and you'll find all the information that you need there. Thank you.